This maintenance service provider builds an international safety net for investors. Javier Amelivia, COO Europe, and David Corbett, President Americas of ROBUR Wind, are going to talk to us about the challenge, how to keep growing wind power capacities available by good experts. Mr. Amelivia, good afternoon. ROBUR Wind connects wind farms to the grid, services and repairs them in every region where European investors push on with big projects. How can you manage to keep in pace with the changing needs of these investors everywhere?
Yeah, ROBUR Wind is a specialized service provider that is very well supporting the whole value chain from the project development at the beginning of the project phases with our engineering team that is supporting the asset owner along the whole project development phases, from the wind resources, from till all the procurement and engineering supporting activities. Afterwards, we work with. We have two main kind of customers. We are working with the OEMs, supporting them from installation, commissioning, preventive and small corrective activities, and also doing large corrective decommissioning, design modifications. We are supporting them in all the value chain. And also we are doing some activities with final customers where we are not when we are not competing with the rest of our customers. Then we are supporting final customers also in some of the scopes that are like inspections, quality inspections, or wind turbine inspections, and then we can see that there's opportunities on market there, and we are supporting the whole value chain, as I mentioned before. Yeah.
You have to manage it by recruiting enough well-educated experts. How can you stay successful with this despite nowadays bottleneck of wind power personnel? And for example, especially if you look at worldwide or in Europe, very booming offshore wind power business.
This is one of the challenges that we need to face for the next years in the whole wind industry, for sure. Now we have our own training centers in-house, and these training centers in all over geography. We have training centers in Europe, in Italy, in Spain. We have also in Latam and Mexico, Uruguay, and in the near future we will have in US, and also in the Germany. We are also supported by experts in training in some of the activities that we cannot cover internally, and also establish collaborations with some schools and all external training faculties to hire or to find these new technicians and new colleagues to join to the business, because it's as you're saying, it's a challenge. But we have good competencies in-house, and the training facilities is helping us a lot in that sense. The requirements that we have from safety, quality, are high, and this is helping us in the performance and in the standards, but also means you need to invest time and long period before the new technicians can start working there. But I think it's needed for the sector, it's needed for the industry.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Amelivia. And now I will talk to your colleague, Mr. Corbett, about the American market. Mr. Corbett, Hello, let's have a look on the perspective touching the American market. I think US American and South American the same.
We operate from Canada through to Chile.
What is the goal of this international expansion, especially if you look to the American markets, the Americas, for these investors you want to address, or for these European investors?
So many of our customers, perhaps even all of our customers, are international or global even in perspective, and their operations span multiple countries. Very important for us to be able to support our customers wherever they need to go. And so we take the experience and expertise that we develop with them in their systems, with their technologies, and deploy that in the countries that they are developing renewable energy projects and so forth. And so we like to go support them and take that expertise with us. So at the moment we are focused in both North America and the US. This year we started our presence in Canada. That's growing very quickly, a lot of activity in Canada as well. And we're also present throughout Latin America. And this year we opened our presence in Chile. We're just opening our presence in Peru and Colombia. And we're in total 7 countries in Latin America. And we just see that expansion continuing with the demand from the customers to follow them and to be able to support them as they go to new countries and new locations to develop their portfolios. We operate throughout the life cycle of the system, so it's important for us to be there from in our case from the construction stage, from the back end of construction, and we take our specialist technicians from commissioning through into in-service operation and maintenance support with teams of very specialist, very skilled technicians that have got experience with that particular customer's technologies, whether it's electromechanical systems or blade composite systems, to be able to effect the support of those assets through life.
Yes, you said very specialized, very skilled experts. The challenge would be to keep a uniform quality all over these countries and in all these markets. How do you manage to get to this goal?
I think there are 2 or 3 main factors that we take into account in trying to achieve that outcome. The ROBUR Group globally is very focused on harmonized management systems. So the group is certified to ISO 9001 for quality management, to 14001 for quality and safety management, and to 45001 for environmental sustainability compliance. That weaves throughout everything that we do, and the way that we manage the business internationally in every location is driven by compliance with those international standards, when they're increasingly becoming important for our customers as well. But that gives a framework for the way that we operate and the way that our people deliver their services at site and to the customers. But equally important is the skills training for our technicians. And across the group as well, we are very focused on compliance with the Global Wind Organization standards, both for safety but also for skills, technology and techniques and so forth. And in fact, in Houston, for example, we're just opening our GWO training center, which will enable us to develop our own people, not only then with GWO compliant course materials and programs, but also into apprenticeships and other training support as well. We already have a GWO accredited training center in Mexico City. That's been operating for a long time, and through that center we not only train our own people, but we also train customers' personnel as well. So that investment in training capacity is important for us, not just as a means of maintaining the ability to deliver our services in a consistent and reliable and predictable manner, but as a contribution to the rest of the industry as well, and help bring up the quality and standard of the technicians in the general labor pool for the wind and renewables industry.
Okay, Mr. Corbett, thank you very much for this interesting insights, and well, good luck to get the right personnel for it.
Thank you very much. Thanks.